You are looking live at where the Christian breakfast will be in the morning. It's the Kalura Shrine Center. And the Kalura Shriners have been in this area for many, many years. And another part, this area where the Dick's Sporting Goods Open is and where the BC Open used to be, is at one time one of the most diverse areas around, and it's become more diverse with the people that have moved in now as the population has shifted differently. We've gotten away from the Italian heritage we once had, because some of the first generation Italians were here for many years. As a matter of fact, the entire mob met out here in Appalachia, New York, which is just a few miles down the road many years ago, and there was a Hollywood movie made about it. So how many people did we have from the mob? Quite a few. And the bosses were here too. Yep. That will be where the breakfast will be in the morning. And then down here is actually, this is Dixon Street, and this is the parking for volunteers tomorrow, where folks like me who are a scorer will be parking. Now in the meantime, of course, I'm glad for the parking because, quite frankly, special event, no parking anytime. Although they do charge public parking down here, but as a volunteer, thank goodness we get it gratis because I'm happy about that. Now, when you look off this way, that building over there, once upon a time, was one of many that housed the 30,000 employees of Endicott Johnson Shoes when you go back many years ago. Although it's vacant. There's a lot of vacant buildings around. I mean, if I were walking a couple of miles, I'd walk over to the Huron, what is called the Huron real estate site now, which is the original site of IBM. And that has a lot of empty buildings in it. There was a company there called L3. My understanding is, though, they're going to be relocating shortly. IBM, I'm not sure. There's not many employees, at least one building over there. By the railroad tracks, which there's railroad tracks all over in this area because this area has a huge history of railroad. And I do mean huge. Trains. Matter of fact, the trains still run major freight lines through this area. Way back, we had passenger lines. In fact, I remember passenger trains running when I was a young child. You used to deliver the mail via a train, and they had the pole with the hook, and the postmaster would go out to the pole, and the bag would be dangling there after the passenger train went by, and they'd pull that bag off the hook. There we go. Here's our public shutter volunteer parking. And as I'm getting over here, you can see the old EJ Shoe building over past the railroad tracks there. Now, this is actually Jackson Street, really. Jackson Street and Burns Ave. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I got past what is considered Dixon Street. It's Dixon is the main street. There we go. Give you the idea, you can walk over to the Dick's Sporting Goods Golf Tournament here, in, I'd say 10 minutes, maybe 15. And they got those nice crossing things over there where you go beep, and the little hand shows up after a while. So give everybody a hand. In the meantime, this shows some of the unique styles of the houses that were built way back when. There are houses here, because back in the old days, you had Endicott Johnson with somewhere around 20,000 employees. IBM with close to another 20,000 employees. And both companies used to not only have their own grocery stores, their own doctors and medical, but they also built houses for their employees. I'm not sure if any of these are actually The old EJ and IBM houses. IBM used to build houses. You imagine that? A computer company building houses? And no, I will tell you this. There was no software involved with the houses. So we didn't have any operating system issues with the old IBM houses. So we had that meeting with Gates and Microsoft years ago and gave him DOS, but that's what IBM did. So a special on the History Channel about that, folks. Now over here, I believe we have an Italian bakery still. Yep. And let me tell you, the Italian bread here in this area from the local Italian bakers is second to none. There's still a few of the bakers left. So, and that's a good thing, because most of the brands of bread now, courtesy of NAFTA, are owned by Mexico. So, one of the changes that the North American Free Trade Agreement came along with. Many of the brands have sold out, but I believe our local Italian bakers are still here, and I think some of them are still owned by us. Although I'm not sure. There's a Bebo company that bought Stroman's, Freihofer's, and a few other things. It's just amazing what has changed.